Have you ever looked at a world map and wondered how many countries have simply disappeared? Not conquered, not renamed, not divided, but erased. Millions of people were born in countries that no longer exist. They had passports, flags, national anthems, and Olympic teams. Then, almost overnight, their country vanished. History isn't just about countries being created. It's also about countries dying. Let's begin with one of the most powerful, the Soviet Union. Stretching across 11 time zones, it was once the largest country on Earth. More than 290 million people called it home. It challenged the United States, launched the first human into space, and influenced almost every major event of the 20th century. Then came 1991. Economic struggles, political unrest, and demands for independence spread across the nation. Within months, the Soviet Union collapsed. 15 new countries emerged, including Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and the Baltic states. One day, millions woke up as Soviet citizens. The next, they belonged to countries that hadn't existed the day before. Then there was Yugoslavia, a country in southeastern Europe where people of different languages, cultures, and religions lived under one flag. For decades, it remained united. But after the Cold War, old tensions resurfaced. Conflict followed. By the early 2000s, Yugoslavia had broken apart into several independent nations, including Serbia, Croatia, Slovenia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, North Macedonia, and later Kosovo, whose status remains disputed by some countries. One nation became many. Now travel to Africa. There was once a country called Rhodesia. It declared independence in 1965 but was recognized by very few nations. Years of conflict and negotiations eventually transformed it into the country we now know as Zimbabwe in 1980. The name disappeared. The land remained. Sometimes countries don't disappear through war. Sometimes they simply choose a new future. Then there was East Germany and West Germany. After World War II, Germany was split into two separate countries. Families found themselves divided by borders and walls. The Berlin Wall became one of the most famous symbols of that division. But in 1990, the wall was gone. The two Germanys reunited into a single nation. One country disappeared because two became one again. Perhaps the strangest story belongs to Czechoslovakia. Unlike many breakups in history, this one happened peacefully. In 1993, without war, the country agreed to separate into two independent nations. Today, we know them as the Czech Republic and Slovakia. People even call it the Velvet Divorce because it happened with remarkably little violence. But here's something even more fascinating. Countries are still changing today. Borders shift, nations gain independence, others seek it. Maps may look permanent hanging on classroom walls, but history tells a different story. A border is often less permanent than we imagine. Every line on a map represents countless human stories, families separated, cultures preserved, wars fought, peace negotiated, entire generations adapting to new identities. A passport can change, a flag can change, even the name of your country can change. But the people remain. They carry their memories, traditions, and history into whatever nation comes next. So, the next time you unfold a map, remember this. You're not looking at something frozen in time. You're looking at a single frame in a story that's still being written. Some countries lasted for centuries. Others survived only a few years. And somewhere in the future, historians may look back at today's map and realize it wasn't the final version either, because countries, like civilizations themselves, are never truly permanent. They're chapters, and history is always ready to turn the page.